Today we have a chunk of cherry. This comes to us from viewer Judy in California. Judy sent me a box of 4 pieces of wood, and this makes number 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, as we like to say here at Shady Acres Wood Shop. Howdy, let's take a closer look at it. The piece is about 5 by 5 by 5. Not exactly, but pretty close. It's quite a crotch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 branches coming off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should have some very interesting figure and grain in there. It is cherry, so it should be pretty wood anyway. I've been looking at this for a while. I know Judy wanted me to turn it, and I couldn't quite figure it out, but maybe today's the day. I've been looking for something kind of small and quick and easy because I've just had some tough pieces lately, I'll tell you. So I'm going to, this is going to be the top. Right there where it says cherry. I hope I either turn that away or can make it go away. And I'm going to, well, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I'm not going to quite cut it in half, but I am going to cut it. I think I'm going to cut this off. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to do something. It's going to be cut something about like that, and we'll turn that part up there. But it should be a pretty piece, and it's small, so I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to go to the bandsaw, make those cuts. I'll meet you over here at the lathe. I kind of have an idea in mind. I don't know if it's going to work. Kind of an ice cream dish looking thing. I guess my idea of an ice cream dish and yours might be different. I don't know, but we're going to be turning at 1400 RPM, 5/8 inch bowl gouge, mask and face shield on. Well, it might be kind of cool to have this little patch of bark in there too. I don't know. I got a lot more to do up top here. Or maybe I don't. Maybe we can have a couple of flat spots here. You know, I'm going to come down and flatten off the bottom because I can't tell what to do with my side until I do that. I guess we'll mark that for a tenon, or probably a recess. Well, I need to flatten it a little bit more because I'm not going to have a whole recess there. I'm going to use my recess tool to put a dovetail on the side here, but for that I got to get a little bit higher. Yeah, how does this work? Well, ice cream dish like. It looks like an ice cream dish while it's spinning, but then when you stop it, you got a couple of flat spots. Kind of loses some of that look. But I like having this in here, you know, keep some of the nature in. A little bit of bark here. Maybe I'll go just a little bit further. If I take those two flats away, we're just going to lose a lot of wood. Not much point in doing that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. These two square or flat ends, they won't look quite so flat when it's done sanding. I'll soften the edges a little, but they'll be there. Time for sanding. I'm going to start the sanding with my Sandoflex. This is 180 grit, and that's as fine as I will go. I'm going to sand everything I can reach, this, and then along the top edge as close as I can get to the chuck. I think that's all that needs that. When I'm done with that, I'll switch to my 2-inch disc starting at 80 grit, working up through 400, and I'll have the lathe spinning in reverse at about 400 RPM, and I'll show you what that looks like as soon as I get my mask on. I'll do a little bit more of that, but that's the idea. Easy peasy. I'll bring it back here in a bit and we'll put some kind of finish on there. Not sure just what. See you in a bit. Well, no big change for you, but a big change for me. I thought certain I was going to go with sanding sealer and shellac, but instead I'm going to use Howard Feed and Wax. Just because this was so rough when I started, I don't know why it was so rough, but it was. But then once I got it sanded, it's so smooth. Maybe I prefer this on smaller pieces like this, I don't know. This Feed and Wax makes the piece feel so wonderful. And because this is small and you can get it in both of your hands easily, and it feels good to you. So I made that change, which surprised me, but no surprise to you. And I'm not going to put this on the inside yet. I've got to sign it and I can't sign over this, so that'll come after the signature. This also works well because the bark is thin. You don't necessarily want to use it on really thick bark because it's just hard to work into the bark. Now this stuff does not shine. I know it might look shiny now. It won't be shiny later, but it'll have a nice sheen to it, I guess. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to let that set for 20 minutes, buff it up, turn it around, and we'll start working on the inside, and that's when I'll bring you back. See you in a bit. I've turned the piece around and have the chuck jaws expanded into the recess. You know, I don't often use a recess because a lot of the pieces I turn, including this one, have cracks in them and you don't want to expand into those cracks and open them up. This one is no exception. It does indeed have cracks. They seem to be more pronounced than they were when I started, so I wasn't paying that much attention in the beginning. Anyway, so the chuck jaws are expanded into it, but not a whole lot. Not hard. I didn't apply a lot of pressure. So hopefully it'll stick with us because we're going to be turning at 1550 RPM, 1/2-inch bowl gouge, mask and face shield on. I just need to see where we are thickness wise here. That's probably about as thin as we should go, huh? I can't forget that we're on a recess. Goes up in there from the bottom, so let me check that real quick. No, I can't do it. I gotta remove that middle first. We're about a 1/2 inch total. Should be about a 1/4 inch now. Yep. It is a little bit thicker here than I thought it was. The bowl tapers in on the outside. It's hard to follow that visually from the outside to keep it thin, you know, as it goes down. It's a little thicker down here, so I'm going to take some of that away. Yeah, that's better. Well, I took a little bit more off the bottom too, didn't I? Oh boy, yeah. About 3/16 now, that's good enough on the bottom. So let me put a fresh burr on my scraper and we'll scrape. Yeah, that is good. Time for sanding. I've got the lathe spinning forward and reverse at 420 RPM. I'm starting at 120 grit, working up through 400. I'll bring you back here in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Be sure you stick around to the end of the video so you can see the before and after shots of this piece. If you'd share the video, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Well, here it is. One cherry ice cream dish in the books. I know, it doesn't quite look like an ice cream dish. It sure did while it was spinning. It really did. But you know what? Look at the grain. We have 4 different branches coming off of here, and then the main piece. Look at this! Look at this grain here. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty amazing right here. I was trying to make a face out of it or something. Actually, I think I kind of did once. It's lost on me now. The finish is perfect. The sanding was perfect. I always hate saying stuff like that because I sound like I'm patting myself on the back, but it's perfect. It's smooth. It's flawless. Yeah, I did a good job, but it's the wood. It's the wood that's the star of this. I know, it's just a little thing, a little change dish or whatever. I wouldn't put ice cream in there. No, I would not. But perfect for change or whatever. It's just cute. It's what I needed. I needed a little break from what I've been going through. Oh yeah, the flat spots. Where'd the flat spots? You got a little flat spot here. That doesn't bother you for a second. And then over here you got another one. But they blended in with sanding. When you look at it this way, you kind of don't even notice them. I like it. It was fun, quick and easy, just from a little scrap of cherry. Cherry branches grow like that. I've got a cherry tree out here that would produce the same kind of thing if I was to cut it in the right spot. Sure hope you like it. It was fun to do. It was fun to turn at high speeds for a change. A little bit of sanding, no issues. I feel relaxed. I'm glad it turned out well, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you, Judy, for sending this along for all to enjoy. If you like this video, thumbs up please. I'd sure appreciate it. If you're a subscriber, thank you very kindly. I truly appreciate that. And thank you so much for taking some of your time to spend with me today. It means a lot to me. I appreciate it. Looking forward to your comments. So for now, this is Phil, Shady Acres Woodshop, signing off.